Again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing again. Parrish. And he comes back with one complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they try the right side here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Parrish dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Parrish. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A give to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just at his...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Parrish. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Flex round! Flex round!
Rodgers now. Throwing again. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Von Miller in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Rodgers throwing on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Flex round! Flex round!
Rodgers on first down. And this is caught at the 8th. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Watch it now, Barney!
A first down carry for Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Parrish. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to throw. Parrish. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
No, Jack, Patrick!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Barkley. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Barkley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Flex round! Ohio! Here we go!
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A very solid gain of 27.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Rodgers now operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes. So they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Here's a give to Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parrish. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 1st down. Steps away to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's French. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the ends. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Parrish to Barkley on the check down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Parrish. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rodgers now looking to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball! Flex round! Flex round! Cut!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Rodgers on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
A handoff to Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looking to throw. Parrish. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Parrish. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Parrish. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The Bucs want Jones to take this running back job and run with it, literally and figuratively, as he's back there on first down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Rodgers throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's Rodgers. Back to the air on second down. He's going to fire and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Parrish. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
To throw again. Parrish. Throw right side complete to Carter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first and 10, Parrish. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Operating from the gun, Parrish. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now Jones. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. 50. I got you.
And they'll run it here. Uses the spin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go!
Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go! What? 90!
To throw on second down. Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Rodgers. Off the play fake. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
All right, now look at this.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Set. 319. 319. Over. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over.
Barkley. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
This is Jones. And he spins past him and into space. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Right back to him on first down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward.